Good afternoon. It's meteorologist Michael Fecca. Welcome back to the afternoon weather update. We do this every day during the work days and on weekends. We stream it out to all of our streaming platforms, including Facebook and YouTube. So if you're joining from either place, please feel free to leave us a question or a comment. Hopefully I'll be able to go through them as I go through the forecast, but if not, I'll go through at the very end and see if I can answer anything individually for you. But let's get started with a look at our headlines and what we're tracking out for the next couple of days. Well, at least through the rest of this afternoon, will just be warm, breezy with increasing cloud cover. And that increase in cloud cover is going to be all out ahead of our first wave of rain that's expected over the next several days. That'll be moving in overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. We're looking at some scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms possible. And then through much of next week, it's going to stay fairly warm. Temperatures topping out in the 80s. We could even have some record tying heat or breaking heat by the time we get into Tuesday and on Wednesday. And along with that, again, we have some chances for showers and storms, mainly overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning, and then again Wednesday night into Thursday, and then again by the time we get into next weekend. So it looks like the rain chances have kind of consolidated a little bit. So we're not looking at daily chances for showers and storms, but overall it is going to be fairly unsettled over the next several days. And then taking a look by next weekend, after that final cold front clears out of here through next Saturday, we should be much cooler by the second half of next weekend. So I'll break down all those details for you in just a moment. And taking a look outside right now, we've got this area of low pressure off to our north with that warm front pushing into areas like the Great Lakes. And then we've got this little short wave piece of energy that's sliding up through the Central Plains and into the Ohio River Valley. That's what's going to kick off some of those scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms, mainly late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Looking at our Doppler radar a little bit zoomed in, we started off with plenty of sunshine, but as that wave of low pressure approaches, we've clouded over. We've even got a few spotty light showers now across portions of the Boot Heel of Missouri and into southern Illinois. This will likely lift up to the north and east, largely missing the tri-state, but we could get a few sprinkles as early as the next couple of hours. But most of the chances here remain for the overnight hours. Generally after midnight tonight is when we could see a few more of those spotty scattered showers and storms, and into very early tomorrow morning. This will all clear out of here by around 7 o'clock tomorrow. So many of us waking up to wet grounds, but a lot of the shower activity will already be over by that point. And then we should be drying out through Monday afternoon with even some sunshine possible by the second half of tomorrow. So again, while we're expecting multiple chances for showers and storms next week, there's still going to be plenty of dry time and even some sunshine mixed in as well. So it's not all doom and gloom. But taking a look at that storm risk for the overnight hours and into early tomorrow morning, we're just outlooked here for some general thunderstorms. So we're not too concerned with any severe weather, but we may hear some rumbles of thunder overnight tonight. Taking a look at those temperatures, it was sunny to start, so that helped kick those temperatures up into the 70s. And now with the winds coming up from the southwest, we are looking at temps now climbing through the 80s. So 82 degrees in Evansville, Henderson, and Madisonville, 81 out towards Newburgh, Lewisport, and Owensboro, still sitting in the upper 70s there in Fairfield. But we may tack on another degree or two over the next few hours, but we should stay fairly consistent with where we're at in terms of those temperatures. Thanks to that cloud cover, we aren't really going to be warming all that much more. But with with that cloud cover overnight tonight and a couple of those spotty showers, temperatures will stay on the milder side, only dropping down into the mid to upper 60s overnight tonight. And taking a look at our dew points, they are very dry, down below 60 degrees, many spots even in the upper 40s to lower 50s, especially over western Kentucky. So that dry air mass combined with those gusty winds gusting upwards of 25 miles per hour out of the southwest, that's how we have that enhanced or elevated fire risk for today. And again, that's primarily over western Kentucky here. So it's advised that you avoid outdoor burning if possible, because any little spark could get caught up in that wind, and with plenty of dry fuel on the ground, that may lead to some wildfire danger. So avoid that if you can, but luckily with some showers moving in overnight tonight, that should wet the ground some, so it shouldn't be so dry through next week. But we've also got multiple chances for showers and storms next week as well. So hopefully every little bit of rainfall we get helps kick us out of this drier pattern that we've been dealing with for the last couple of weeks. But Taking a look at the wind gust forecast, seeing gusts upwards of 25, even close to 30 miles per hour at some points throughout the rest of the day today and even into tonight. And taking a look at those drought conditions, we've been showing this all week. We do have moderate to severe drought being observed over western Kentucky and even into portions of southern Illinois. The rest of the tri-state highlighted in that yellow color, that is just that abnormally dry air conditions being reported. I'm taking a look at the 7-day rainfall forecast. Even though we're looking at multiple chances for those showers and storms, we're not really seeing a whole lot in accumulation because they're going to be mainly scattered and in the form of some thunderstorms. Typically what you need to get a good healthy dose of rainfall that helps bust us out of a drought, you need that widespread light to moderate rainfall over the course of several days to really moisten that ground up. So I don't really think this rainfall of a half an inch up to maybe an inch in some spots is really going to do us, but it's not going to hurt us by any means. So hopefully we get some good rain, and that helps moisten up the dry grounds a little bit more. But taking you through next week, after we get through that first wave of showers and storms overnight tonight into very early tomorrow morning, Tuesday should remain mostly dry, and even Wednesday going to stay mostly dry as well and breezy. Winds out of the southwest again. We'll have an area of showers and storms that develop to our north and to our west, and as that moves in from northwest to southeast, it'll start to weaken and as it pushes through the tri-state area, and that'll linger throughout the day on Thursday, and then we dry out by the time we get into Friday before another frontal boundary slides in here, headed into Saturday night and into Sunday. So those are kind of the key time frames for when we could be seeing some of that rainfall. So overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. Again, overnight Wednesday into the day on Thursday, and then again Saturday night. So some of those rain chances, we've been talking about almost daily chances for rain next week. They've kind of consolidated a little bit more. So more in the way of dry time through the next 7 days has kind of been the trend over the last couple of model runs. And I was showing you this yesterday. This is that severe storm risk towards the middle and end of next week. This is specifically looking at Wednesday. It has backed off a little bit more to our west, which is kind of what I was thinking originally. A lot of the best dynamics for any strong to severe storms seems to remain off to our west and to our north throughout next week. So that has been pushed off to areas of Missouri out towards Iowa and even into northwestern Illinois. None of the tri-state now is being included within that risk for severe weather. So we're typically just going to be looking at your regular old showers and storms. Still can't completely rule out maybe an isolated strong storm with those waves of showers and storms for the middle and end of next week, but it doesn't really look likely or widespread. Now, we are going to be looking at maybe the potential for some isolated areas of flooding. Of course, with any shower or storm activity, it can drop a lot of rain in a very short amount of time. So not expecting widespread flooding, but typical areas that do flood, low-lying areas, poor drainage areas, you may have some issues there briefly as those storms move through. But here's a look at the next 7 days. Let me go ahead and take that full screen for you so you can get a better look at it. Pretty warm. Outside of those chances for showers and storms, that is going to be the main story here, is that warm. Temperatures will stay in the 80s throughout the rest of next week, and it's not until we get into after Saturday, that cold front moves through Saturday evening, and then we cool right back down into the 60s by next Sunday. But we're looking at potentially record-tying or record-breaking warmth by the time we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, topping out at around 86 degrees, and then possibly even warmer by the time we get into next Friday, upper 80s. It wouldn't shock me if even a few locations got closer to 90 at that point in the week. So lots of warm summer-like heat on the way through next week, with more of that summer-like pattern with those showers and storms moving through. Let me go ahead and check out some of your comments. Lakinya says hello to you too. Suzanne says good afternoon. I hope you're having a good afternoon as well. Laura's watching from Dawson Springs. James says he hopes everyone is enjoying this weather today. Yeah, I mean, especially earlier this afternoon and earlier this morning when it was nice and sunny, it was just gorgeous to be outside. Now it's a little bit on the cloudier side, but at least we're dry for the time being, so you can still get out there and enjoy some of that weather. All right. Chris says that the great night temperatures and just all around great weather. He's loving it. He's loving this heat. Chris has always been a big fan of the warmer weather like myself. Zach asking about any severe thunderstorms this work week or mainly non-severe. At this point in time, we're looking at mainly non-severe storms. Remember, we were talking about maybe that slight risk of severe thunderstorms pushing into southern Illinois by Wednesday night into Thursday morning, but it does look like that's backed off a little bit more, and the SPC has kind of adjusted that to our west accordingly. So currently, we are not outlooked for any sort of severe weather even through the middle and end of next week. But of course, we're going to keep a close eye on things. If we see anything shift or change, we'll let you know. So just keep it right here. Angie says Vincennes is at 81 and cloudy right now, and she is enjoying the weekend. Thank you for that report. I hope you're doing something fun. James says he hopes that I was able to enjoy it today or this weekend. Yes, I have been able to enjoy it. I've got all my windows open, a nice screen door open. I went for a nice little walk outside, had my coffee on the deck, so I was soaking up the sunshine as much as the next person. So thank you for that. But that's all I've got here for the forecast. So I'm going to hop off the live stream, and I'll send you guys over to 14 News at 5 for all the latest news and weather headlines. Until then, everybody, stay safe and have a great rest of your week.